So I get involved in volunteering because I wanted to help another human being to try and live a beautiful life. So the impact for me being a volunteer is that I see a lot of pain, understand a lot of pain, and what I do, my favourite part of that is watching the guys grow. You know, as the guys watch me grow when I first came through the door. I love to see the growth, the sparkle back in their eyes, the smile back in their face, and just try to be, you know, be happy and free. Try to think what a highlight would be for me volunteering. I think every day for me, if I'm being honest with you, Peter, I love doing what I do. I love how I live the day, and I love helping people the day, which is quite strange because it wasn't always like that, right? But you know, the highlight for me is coming through the door, seeing the guys coming through the door that are a wee bit further on in their journey. You know, to see them, you know, coming in, chatting with the guys, you know, drinking their teas or their coffees, coming in doing the classes, and that growth is a beautiful thing, man. I think my life experience, I think for the new people that come through the door, possibly if they can see somebody like me can change my life, my thinking, my behaviour, my attitudes, of the way I used to live to the way I live now, and maybe give them a wee bit of hope that, well, if I can do that, well, hopefully I can do that. I think that's what I see in it. Volunteering has most definitely changed me as a person. I believe I've got love, care and compassion in my life today, and I show it, and when I show it, it's actually meant. You know, I think before, maybe, you know, I could have been false, you know, kidding on, I like people, no, maybe no, I actually like them, but the day, what you see with me today is what you get every single day. Always got a smile on my face, I'm always cheery, so yeah, it's certainly changed my life. Thank you for having me as a volunteer, and long may it continue for me. This is something I want to do forever.
Thank you.
Started volunteering in Menmatter Scotland because it kind of helped me. You know what I mean? It showed me a purpose, and like it was a way back, and I wasn't even expecting it. But Gregor came and asked us, "Do you want to come and be a volunteer?" And I was chuffed. You know what I mean? I was wanting to hang me, and then I started my ball rolling there, getting a bit back. But it gave me a bit of humbling. You know what I mean? With the time and effort I was putting into myself. You know what I mean? And I wasn't seeing it. But they must have saw something, do you know what I mean? So that gives us a wee bit of like humbling that I'm doing it right, you know what I mean? If I'm doing it right for myself, then they must have saw something I could help the next one. For the full-time position that I'm in the new, and I had more confidence going for it then. I had more things behind me that I could bring to the table, more things to offer and stuff like that. But at the start, I didn't think I would be sitting here. I just wanted to help that next guy. But I am loving it. Obviously, it is like important for us, but it's also important for the volunteers. The volunteers are the first people that the guys meet. They're the ones on the flare. They're the ones that's like welcoming that guy and making them feel comfortable and stuff like that. So I know we're at the background of it, but the volunteers are the front of us, do you know what I mean? So it is important to have a good set of volunteers that gets it kind of thing. It can portray the question and I just show the guys that there is love out there, do you know what I mean? And you can get the help you in. But volunteers at Menmatter, I just want to thank them. And if we never had the volunteers, then a lot of services probably wouldn't be where they are now. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for volunteers.
Brilliant. Thank you. Human being.
Volunteering impacted me with positivity, getting out of the house, feeling good about giving a bit back to people, and it also impacted my family with positively getting out and getting my involved and stuff. Volunteering is very important for Menmatter and other organisations, because if it wasn't for volunteers, we couldn't do half the stuff that we do. As they man the flare, talk to people, they're the first port of call when they come in the hub. For me, to be a volunteer in the hub, I look for people who've got life experience, you know what I mean? and that's ready in their own mental health journey to give that bit back. Volunteer benefits that they get is confidence, self-esteem, and it pushes our mental health even further forward. For volunteers at Menmatter Scotland, I just want to say thank you for all that you do. As you're here day in, day out, and I know he's only do 1 or 2 shifts, but sometimes you need to come and cover more. And if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be where we are today. Sorted.
Well, volunteering is massively important to what we do because all our volunteers have come through Menmatter themselves, so they're all guys with lived experience, and it's hugely important for us to be able to do what we do peer-to-peer support with actual guys that have been through it. So it allows us to support the 500 odd guys that we work with every week, as well as doing the other things like making sure we keep the hub spick and span, making sure we can keep the place tidy and help drive the vans and help do the work we want to do and make it support as many guys as possible. Well, huge. Volunteers get loads of opportunities to develop themselves, and it's a big part of their own recovery as well. So guys will come, they'll have been through the work as members, they'll put the hours in and time in on themselves, but then taking that next step as a volunteer is about getting that confidence, being part of a team, taking part in new things they've never done before. And that, for some of the guys, they go on into employment. For some of them, they develop new friendship groups and they go on and do other things. But it's a huge part of what we do is seeing them progress and develop, because the first time they came in, they were a guy like anyone else needing that support. On International Volunteers Week, I just want to say thank you. I've never worked in a charity that's got so many volunteers, has so much passion. We are a peer-to-peer support hub. We're driven by passion. So thank you very much for helping us do that.
Thank you.
All right.